Hello guys, welcome to AppDev channel. In today's video, we will learn how to install Python and how to install Visual Studio Code, how to set up Visual Studio Code as an editor or IDE for Python development, and finally we will write a hello world program in Python. Before we start installing the Python, let us open command prompt and see whether the Python is proper already installed in your machine or not. For that, we have to give a command python space hyphen hyphen version. Okay. If Python is already installed, then it will give the Python version number. Okay. As the Python is not yet installed in this machine, it is giving Python was not found. So we are good to start with the installation now. Okay. For that, let us go to Google and search for Python download. Okay. Here, when you search for it, you go to the download Python link where you will be shown with the different versions of the Python. And the latest version of the Python will be shown. Currently, it is showing 3.10.2 for me. By the time you see this video, you may be seeing some higher version. Whatever the version it shows, the latest version, you can go and install it for the respective or the specific OS that is applicable to you. You can also download the previous versions from here. Let us click on this button, download Python 3.10.2 from here and download it. As I have already installed it, downloaded it here, let us try to start the installation here. See here it is showing two options, right? Install now and the this is the in this installation wizard it is showing two options, install now and the customize installation. See, customize installation. Install now will actually install all the required features like Python installation, pip installation, documentation. It also creates some shortcuts and all. If you want to customize the installation, you can go to the customize installation. Like if you can select the options, whatever that you want and you don't want, you can unselect from here and you can go to the installation. That is the customize installation. For now, let us go with the installation. And before we go the install now option, we will have to check this checkbox add path 3.10 to path. Okay, so that the Python executable file or the command will be available throughout the machine in any directory in your machine. Okay, so let's proceed with the install now option. It starts installation. Let us wait for the installation to be completed. It will complete in few seconds. Once it is completed, we will go again to the command prompt and see whether the what is the version of the Python, to see whether Python is successfully installed properly or not. Let me open the command prompt again. Okay, here Python, the same command we will use. Okay, see the installation is still going on and it is trying to add the Python executable file to the path, right? So that it will be identifiable in anywhere in the machine. It is not yet completed, so we are still not able to identify. Once this command completes the, once this command gives us the version number that was installed in this machine, then we will start installing the Visual Studio Code. See this, now here the Python is successfully completed. Let me open the command prompt again and see, execute the same command python space hyphen hyphen version. See this is command, this command is giving the version number that we have installed, which means that Python is added successfully and added executable files are added to the path. Okay, now let us try installing the Visual Studio Code. Why we need the Visual Studio Code? Because for Python development we can always do in a simple notepad as well, but the editors or the IDEs will give us some advantages while we are developing the Python programs or any language specific programs, or while we are executing the programs, right? It will give some uh, code auto suggestions. You can execute the programs in the editor itself. Okay, so that is those are the advantages of installing editor like Visual Studio Code. So for that you can directly go to Visual Studio, go to Google and search for the Visual Studio Code download. Okay, it will it will take you to the download page that is applicable. There are it is showing the different OS versions, right? You can click on the any version that is applicable to you. Here the Windows version, if you click on it, it will start the downloading process. See this, you can just save the file and try the installation. As I have already downloaded the file, we can start the installation from here. Let us accept the agreement. Here it is showing where you want to install the Visual Studio Code. You can browse and give the your path that is required to you. Let us go with the default one what the installation wizard is suggesting. Here you can create in this additional tasks section, right? You can select to create a desktop icon during the installation, after the installation, and you can also select these two options so that in any folder or when you click on right click on any folder or any file, this open with the studio code, open with code option will be shown in the context menu so that you can directly open that folder or the directory or the file from there into Visual Studio Code. Okay, now after selecting all those options, select next and start the installation. Once the download is complete, yeah, let us not launch it. Okay, click on finish once the installation is completed, right? Now let us open our e drive or any drive where you want to do some programs, some development, right? Source code. Okay, here let us open this folder. Let us open this folder in Visual Studio Code. Okay, open with code is there, right? So if you open this folder in Visual Studio Code, it will directly open in Visual Studio Code this folder. See this, you can trust this, and it is showing the getting started. You can close it. Source code is the folder name. Now let us try to create a file. Okay, here let us create hello world.py. See the dot extension dot py extension dot py is we have to mention for the source code files which are written in Python programming language. So it creates automatically a new file. If you go to that particular folder, you can see it hello.py is created in your drive as well. Okay, now it will if you see in the left side bottom corner, it is showing the interpreter that was already integrated with your Visual Studio Code. It will try to search in your directories and check for the python.exe file, and it will add that as an interpreter to your Visual Studio Code. If you are not able to find this, I mean, if your Visual Studio Code is not able to identify the Python executable file, you can click on that. Some message will be shown here, no Python interpreter, no interpreter found. You can click on it, then the select interpreter pop-up will be coming up. Then enter interpreter path. You can enter the path here, and then the python.exe, where the python.exe is available, that path you can enter here, and the interpreter will be added to the Visual Studio editor here. So that is about creating and selecting the Python interpreter in your Visual Studio Code. Now let us install some extensions that would help us writing or running or executing Python programs. Okay, there are some programs extensions which are helpful while Python development or while running the programs, right? See, let us take this code runner. You can search in the extension section here, right here, and go to the code run, search for the code runner. Okay, as I have already enabled it, it is showing me the disable option. You can, if you are installing it for the first time, it will show you the install button, then you can directly click on it. The uses of code runner is it gives the extensions that helps to run your programs. Okay, right now if you see here helloworld.py, right, so it will show the options while running the program. Okay, that is about the code runner. There is another extension which you can use uh, while development, that is Pylons. In the same section you can search for it, Pylons, in the same extension section. Okay, you can install the Pylons as well. Pylons is very good, helpful while writing the code. It is an extension. Okay, code completion, auto imports will be provided by this extension, method signatures, code navigation from one file to another file. All these helpful features are available. You can find them, those features here. Okay, all these features are available. So once these two extensions, Pylons and the code runner, are made active or installed in your Visual Studio Code, you are good to write a level program. Okay, see, this is just a simple Python program, right? Let us write hello, welcome to Python. Okay, this is just a simple statement. Print is a function that is available in Python to print any static message, to print any statement to the standard output console. Okay, so if you run Python file, okay, it will open up a terminal here, or else let us try to run the, see this, when you try to run the Python file, it tries to identify the python.exe file, and that will give us a command to that command, and it called the hello world.py, and it has printed the statement whatever we have given. In the same way we can run the code as well, but that code, see this, it is directly calling it, right? So that is about running the Python. So if you want to do some customizations with your code runner, right, this is the code runner. There will be, yeah, see this manage icon is there, and if you click on it, extension, go to extension settings. See, all these are the configuration settings available in your code runner extension. So see this, clear previous output, whether to clear the previous output before each run. If you check this, then only the previous output of the previous execution will be clear. If you don't check this, you will be seeing it every time. Okay, see, let us run it again. See this, right now it is not clearing, right? Now if I go there again and enable it, this one, now see this, the earlier part is clear. Now it is showing the output here. So that's all. We completed successfully the Python installation and setting Visual Studio Code as an editor for Python development. We also have completed and executed the Hello World program in Python. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. We will meet in the next video. Please give it a like if you find this topic is helpful to you. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.